What if humanity merged into one shared consciousness? And what if you were one of the last people left fighting to stay yourself? That's exactly what happened in the jaw-dropping Season 1 finale of Apple TV Plus's Pluribus. And creator Vince Gilligan just revealed the explosive ending we got almost didn't happen at all. Let's break down the shocking finale of this mind-bending sci-fi thriller, including the twist with Carol's frozen eggs, the betrayal that changed everything, and the original ending Gilligan scrapped at the last minute. The finale, titled La Chica o el Mundo, or The Girl or the World, opens with a haunting scene. We see Kuzumeyu surrounded by her loved ones in a small Peruvian village. She's one of only 13 survivors of the Joining, a global event that fused almost all of humanity into a single hive mind consciousness called the Others. Special gas is delivered by plane, and Kuzume eagerly inhales it, briefly convulsing as she merges with billions of others. She smiles, transformed, and then the others evacuate the village immediately, leaving it empty. 1 down, 12 to go. This chilling opening sets the stage for what's to come. Meanwhile, our protagonist Carol, brilliantly played by Rhea Seehorn, has been living in what can only be described as a willing delusion. She's been playing house with Zoja, one of the others, and their relationship has evolved from enemies to something much more complicated. Carol's views have softened so much that when Manusos, another survivor who trekked 6,000 kilometers from Paraguay to find her, tries to cure one of the others with radio frequencies, Carol actually threatens him with a shotgun. She's choosing the girl over the world. But that's all about to change. Here's where everything falls apart. During what seems like a romantic getaway, Zoja lets slip a devastating revelation. Remember how the others said they needed Carol's stem cells to convert her, but they needed her consent to extract them? Well, they found a loophole. Zoja admits the others discovered Carol's frozen eggs, the egg she had stored with her late wife Helen. And through a tricky, months-long process, they could convert those eggs into stem cells without Carol's permission. Think about the weight of that betrayal. These aren't just any eggs. They represent the future Carol wanted with her wife, who died partially because of the others. And now they're using them to force Carol into joining the hive mind against her will. Gilligan explained that the others are incredibly lawyerly in how they answer questions. They technically never lied. When Carol asked if they needed to stick a needle in her hip to get stem cells, they said yes. But they never said they couldn't find another way. They can lie by omission. They can mislead you all day long. And that's exactly what they did. For Carol, this betrayal is magnified 1,000 times over because she let her guard down. She dared to believe she could have love and joy again. And now she feels like a complete fool. This is where things get absolutely wild. Remember way back in episode 3 when the others told Carol they'd give her anything she wanted, including an atom bomb? Well, Carol called their bluff, and they delivered. After Zoja's betrayal, Carol goes nuclear, literally. She and Manusos make a pact to save humanity by any means necessary, and that atom bomb becomes their declaration of war. But here's the crazy part. This explosive ending almost didn't happen. Vince Gilligan revealed that they had completely different ending written. In the original version, Carol was going to secretly forge a pact with Manusos and become a double agent, slipping him notes and working covertly against the others. It was more subtle, more spy thriller than apocalyptic showdown. So what changed? Apple and Sony gave them a note asking if there could be an even better ending. And instead of dismissing it like a typical executive note, Gilligan listened. They realized that covert action wasn't as satisfying as open warfare. The atom bomb, which they'd planted as a seed in episode 3, suddenly became the perfect way to show Carol drawing a line in the sand saying, this relationship with the others cannot continue. The genius of Pluribus is that it leaves you questioning everything. Are the others creating paradise or hell? When they walk away from that Peruvian village, cold and detached, is that peace or nightmare? Gilligan says the perfect reaction is for viewers to decide for themselves. Rhea Seehorn emphasized that Carol is deliberately flawed and impulsive because she's an everyman in an insane situation. She's not a perfect hero. She's a reluctant one who's just trying to survive while holding on to her humanity. And now, with an atom bomb in her possession and her eggs being used against her will, Carol's fight for survival just became a fight for the future of human consciousness itself. That's where Season 1 leaves us, on the edge of total war between the last old schoolers and 7 billion people who share one mind. And honestly, I cannot wait to see what happens next.